Now, about 5 kilometres east of Port Campbell, and that huge slit in the cliff there behind me is Denny's steps. Now, those steps were cut by hand by fishermen so they could fish this area a little more easily, but they're also used by surfers as well to surf the breaking there up against the cliff. Now, you can see that the steps come out of the cliff about a third of the way up from the bottom, and what happened there was that the men digging the steps got a little wrong and they didn't quite make it out to the bottom. So what they did was to tunnel through the cliffs to the left and come out just above a small landslide so they could put a ladder down and then climb down to the rocks on the bottom. But about 30 years ago, there were some men out surfing and some others down drop netting for crayfish on the rocks there, when a huge section of the cliff collapsed at about 200 metres in length, trapping the surfers out in the water and the fishermen up on the rocks there. So the surfers had to find another way back up the cliff and the fishermen had to walk back to Port Campbell on the rocks. And a few years after that, they classed the steps as unsafe and they blew them up using dynamite from the top so they could never be used again.